Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Aries. If Aries is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. And let's see, what do these tea leaves have to say tonight? All right, and so our card for this reading is the Queen of Wands. This is a very fiery card. One of great change, of wisdom, really coming into one's power and the ability to kind of transform the things in your life, in your spiritual world. Just a really beautiful and self-actualized kind of energy there. Excuse me, I have just really had some I don't know if it's allergies or if I'm getting sick or what, but in the morning the last couple days and late at night I'm just starting to feel kind of congested, my throat. Okay, so I want to go ahead and I want to start with this one because this is such a happy symbol to have, and this is the whale. Okay, and so this is a sign of abundance, of course, but also great psychic ability, great wisdom. Okay, so I feel like you are really in your power place. You are creating the success that you have been, thinking of, that you have been dreaming about. I feel like you are really in that magical, engaged alignment where you are manifesting. I know that there's been some struggles in the past couple of months, but it seems like the worst of that has kind of passed already. And though it has left you feeling kind of depleted, your emotions are raw, you are, I think at times not really knowing which direction to go in, but truly, you are a being of great power. You are, you have an innate ability to traverse the most difficult, landscapes. And so you have started to come out on the other side of this, definitely. Okay, and I look at this one and I see it almost looks like a little kind of devil or trickster kind of on their side, and it looks like we have a hammer and some other kind of tool that they're working on, and I feel like there have been moments recently, in the last month or so, where you have done a lot of work to really kind of get your life to where you want it to be, or, you're on that path, right? You have had to kind of go through some things throughout your life to figure out what works for you, what doesn't. You have kind of released yourself of some vice. You have, at times probably struggled because of your own decisions. We all do, right? That's part of, being a human being, I think. And so during these more trying moments, right, there is this impulse, I think, at times to almost kind of, it's like something in your ear or you just get this feeling of, you know, those kind of more negative coping mechanisms working on you, right? But I think that you have been very present, very, you have the bravery, the willpower to confront those feelings, those, you know, kind of the desires for things that maybe end up a little self-destructive, and you stop yourself. And, you know, I think of some examples like going back to an old relationship, you know, surrounding yourself with people who maybe, you know, help you forget about what's going on, but they just are not very serious people. They don't have your best intentions, you know, and so on. You know, it just, there's so many different ways this could manifest. We have the Queen of Wands energy. So that is very much that transformation, the change, lasting change. Okay. And I feel like, you know, even though these feelings have come up and they maybe still come up, you have the tools, you have the resolve, and you are not going to let that dominate you. You're not going back, right? You are not. You know, you have had a taste of a different life. And I think, you know, that keeps you motivated to stay the course. Okay. So now we have another fish over here. And so again, the abundance, I think that we are coming into a place where, you know, you have worked so hard. You continue to do so. You have been through some things that have opened you up emotionally, spiritually. And as you are starting to feel, you know, more in one piece, having some idea of how you want to move forward, I believe that there are going to be some really important opportunities coming your way. I believe that even maybe like a change in occupation or a different position, making more money, okay, ultimately, more resources. Now, if you are not in the part of your life where you're working, you know, you might be retired, you might be like me, stay-at-home mom, then this could be your creative life, of course, you know, your passions, your interests, your projects. We all have projects. But I feel like you're going to be getting into a series of things that are going to kind of, you know, show you a way to really transform your life, right? And I really feel like this, because we have the tools here, there is this energy, and even this one, it kind of looks like a masonry tool that they use to smooth out the cement. And I feel like you're going to be picking up some new skills. Okay, so learning some new things, learning that you have greater ability. You might find new passions that you can turn into something like a side job, or, you know, have a little like online store or something, you know, whatever it is. But I think that you're going to enjoy doing these things. It's not going to feel like, you know, you're just another thing I have to do. You know, I feel like you will meet this with a lot of joy, excitement, being really focused on the learning aspects and, you know, achieving through this. Okay. And now we look up here, and this one's interesting because it goes into this, into the spiritual zone here. And it looks like a person who's kind of holding a trash bag. And then up here, they kind of have like a little wand. And it looks like they're kind of, you know, waving it around there in that spiritual rim up there. And so I feel like, I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is like taking out the trash, right? And I feel like you really have gone through this process recently of maybe quite literally cleaning out your house, minimizing the clutter, and I feel like gaining more control over your environment, but also I feel like this is true in your life. I feel like because you have had some really emotional points in the last 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, whatever, maybe something, big has changed. You also have had this kind of motivation to kind of get rid of the people, the things in your life that do not serve you anymore, or at least do not have a common goal, respect for one another. You're both having the same kind of energy met. And just kind of all these straggly people that are just hanging around in your life that kind of suck the joy out of the things that you're doing. I think you realize that you don't need that anymore. You don't need that energy. And going forward, you rather be, have a less populated life than one that is, populated by a bunch of people who just kind of drag you down, okay? So that's not a bad thing. And then, so getting rid of these energies, leaves you a lot of room to get into that manifesting configuration like we talked about at the beginning. So I feel like there's a lot of magical energy coming from this kind of cleaning out of all the old blockages, okay? And now I'm gonna look at this, and I see we have a bridge, and we have a little bit of tea here, but we have a big bridge, and getting over that troubled water, okay? Finding a place of more peace, way more abundance. I really feel like there's all those things, and stability. I feel like you're getting to where you want to go, and that's a beautiful thing. Okay, so we're going to pull one affirmation card from the Lightness of Being affirmation card deck. Okay, and so I just kind of will look at these, and then I just kind of split it in here. Ooh, I like that one. That one's pretty. Okay, and then it says grace, trust, be relaxed and awake in the luminous dream, shimmer with aliveness. So I think kind of just going with the flow of things, letting that beautiful, beautiful stream of light give you peace and life and inspiration, and just kind of it's like a cat that goes and lays in the window with the light streaming down on them, taking up that warm sun. It sounds nice. All right, I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm, and the algorithm kind of decides, basically how far out this video will get. So engagement really helps. Liking the video, watching the reading from the beginning to the end, sharing the video on other social media platforms. Of course, you don't have to do any of these things. I just like to mention them so you can know how you might be able to support the channel. Other than that, if you have not subscribed, please think about doing so. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. And if you want to leave a comment, please, please do. I read them all. I reply back to them all. Sometimes it takes me a day or two, but I promise you I will definitely get back to each comment. I definitely do. And I love getting to know all of you. It is a great pleasure of my life, a great honor to read about your circumstances, your situations, your stories. And, I also want to mention, I just love seeing how supportive you are of each other. I look through the comments and I see all these, replies to somebody who is struggling, and all the love from the community here. And that is, definitely the energy, the vibe that I really, it makes me so happy. It makes my heart sing. So, okay, I'm going to bed. What time is it? It's 11:47. Okay, going to bed now. All right. Thank you. And we will talk again real soon.